People keep talking about somebody else's credit card, but I haven't seen said credit card, so I'm back down here, back to reality, staring back at that guitar. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Adrian Quesada with Black Pumas. I'm here with Guitar.com at my favorite guitar store, Austin Vintage Guitars, and we're gonna do some guitar shopping today. When I walk into a place, I usually, my eyeball quickly goes to the Telecasters. I'm always looking for unique ones, unique configurations, particularly humbuckers and Telecasters. And I always love the patina of older ones, just the aging of some of the early 70s ones. I just love how beautiful the wood looks on those. I like nuance. I like when you notice something that's not super in your face, but takes you a second to actually notice it. So yeah, there's a little bit of a method to the madness, but I typically poke around aimlessly for like a good 15 minutes before I kind of start to settle in on something. Kind of more unique things like that, where they were like limited runs, tend to grab my eye just because they're cool collectors guitars, and these sound great. I've bought 2 of these Wildwoods. Happy that I got my start on something like this. I remember reading this quote. I was studying classical and flamenco, and there was a quote by Andres Segovia, and I think it was apparently in reference to the Beatles, where he said that electrifying the guitar robbed it of its poetry. And it blew my mind when I was young, but I was like, damn, that's deep. And I'm like, that's stupid. Electric guitar is the coolest thing of all time. This would be, probably all the guitars in the entire store, this would be what I would use live more than anything. This would be the sound that I would be attracted to. And it's damn sweet. These early 70s Telecasters just aged so well. So we're up here at this other tier where every guitar in here already feels like it's just melting in your hands. You know, it's been played so much. They just age so beautifully. The wood, the sound. One thing with semi-hollows that I've always just really liked is that the resonance you get not only with an amp, but that you can just pick it up and play it like this without having to, obviously go through an amp to feel it. There's times when you pick up a Telecaster or a Stratocaster or something and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll hear the sound when I plug it in. But that's one of the things that I've always loved about these is you can just pick them up wherever and they sound great. I really have always loved resonance, so I think you can really use that as another kind of tool in the arsenal when you have the feedback and the kind of resonance you get going through an amp and with some reverb and everything. I've always really loved utilizing it as a tool. Lately with Black Pumas, I've actually found myself going more to Telecasters, as that resonance doesn't always have the effect I like. With Pumas, it has to cut through a little bit more in a different frequency range, and I use really intense fuzz pedals too with that. So sometimes that doesn't always play nicely with F-holes like this. But generally, if I was to just pick up a guitar and play without an amp, I mean, this is stunning right here. Santa would maybe buy me that guitar. What do you think, Santa? Was that good this year? We are in the back room, basses and amps. I do peruse in here quite a bit for sure. To me, the ultimate workhorse amp for what I do personally, I like kind of lower wattage amps where you have the option to either play it, cleanly or kind of hit it a little bit harder and make the amp work and get some effect out of that as well, is the deluxe reverb. It's almost the perfect wattage for what I do and what I do live in the studio. If I could only have one amp, it would absolutely be the deluxe reverb. Yeah, Fender is my go-to, I'd say, 99% of the time. Biggest musical influence on my life, besides rock, was hip hop music, and I'm from that generation. So I like to lean towards vintage kicks, a lot of kind of throwback you know, sport gear, and again, dad mode. You know, my shirt's tucked in. I could be at my kids' basketball tryouts, or I could be shopping for guitars, or I could be at a gig. I like that. Thanks for watching my guitar shopping with guitar.com. My name is Adrian from Black Pumas. We're here at Austin Vintage Guitars, and I'll see you at a show soon.